The raids and investigations continue into former Twin Cities auto dealer Denny Hecker. The FBI launched yet another criminal probe into the embattled businessman's St. Louis Park headquarters this past week. This is the second raid on Hecker's headquarters in the past 2 months. Welcome to Park Update, the weekly show that gives you the latest news about what's happening throughout St. Louis Park. I'm Scott Smith. This is your news for the second week of August. According to Hecker's attorney, FBI agents are looking into allegations of money laundering, bankruptcy fraud, and conspiracy. Once a high-flying owner of some 200-plus businesses, including 24 car dealerships, Hecker declared Chapter 7 personal bankruptcy in June. According to court documents, he owes up to $1 billion to over 1,000 creditors. Hecker has not been charged with any crimes and denies any wrongdoing. Neighborhoods were out in full force enjoying company, community, plenty of food and fun at this year's National Night Out. Park Update's Jamie Zwilling spoke with Kim Zapar earlier about the successful event.
We're here with Officer Kim Zapar from the St. Louis Park Police Department to talk a little bit about National Night Out. Officer Zapar, can you tell us a little bit about why National Night Out is so successful in this community?
Sure, Jamie. I really think the success is because of all the residents that take the time that night to come out and show that neighborhood pride and spirit is important to them. These same residents strengthen not only their own neighborhoods, but the community as a whole. I also think that the success really stems from the fact that the police and community work together not only on National Night Out, but throughout the year. Together we send out the message that neighborhoods are organized and are really involved in their crime prevention efforts. By working together, I feel we are that much stronger as a community, which is really exciting to be a part of.
Doing a great job. Are you from the here?
A new law sponsored by St. Louis Park's State Senator Ron Latz and several other local senators hopes to make concert ticket pricing more transparent and less expensive. The new law stems from a recent Bruce Springsteen concert in which Ticketmaster diverted fans to a different ticket auction site where prices were much higher. The law forbids this practice, and ticket sellers are now required to make all tickets under their control available for immediate sale. Former St. Louis Park athlete Lashima Hampton is now competing on the world stage. Hampton recently competed in the 2009 Pan Am Junior Athletics Championship in Trinidad and Tobago and placed fourth in women's shot put. A sought-after Division I athlete and record holder while at St. Louis Park, Hampton qualified for the world event last month by placing second in the shot put at the American Trials in Eugene, Oregon. Hampton hopes to eventually gain a spot on Team USA for the 2012 Summer Olympic Games in London. For the second time in 3 years, St. Louis Park is the champion of the Suburban Youth Baseball League. The league is a senior Babe Ruth program comprised of 16 teams from Eden Prairie, Edina, Chaska, and St. Louis Park. All players are 16 to 18 years old. This year's team finished with a record of 12-3 and defeated Eden Prairie 7-6 in the championship game. Congratulations to them all. St. Louis Park natives Joel and Ethan Cohen's new movie, A Serious Man, will premiere September 10th at the Toronto International Film Festival. But if you can't make it to the film festival, don't worry. You can catch a sneak peek of the trailer online through this link. A Serious Man is a dark comedy set in St. Louis Park in 1967 about an ordinary man's search for clarity in his confused universe. The film is intended in some ways to reflect the childhood of the Cohen brothers, but it is fiction. The Cohens will appear in a dialogue and retrospective of all their works that will open September 18th at the Walker Arts Center in Minneapolis. A Serious Man is expected to open in select theaters across the country on October 2nd. And that is your St. Louis Park news for the second week in August. Still to come, news in the neighborhood and the History Minute. Up next, Council Update with Jamie Zwilling.
A successful restaurant group is on track to open an Irish pub-themed restaurant and bar at the West End after receiving City Council approval for a liquor license this week. The owners of The Cooper plan to have a 7,300 square foot restaurant and bar open by October. The company's other holdings include Kieran's Irish Pub and The Local in downtown Minneapolis and the Liffey Irish Pub in downtown St. Paul. In other council actions this week, the Highway 7 and Wooddale Avenue construction project continues moving forward, with the council approving several cooperative agreements. Bids for the project will be open later this month, with construction expected to begin this fall. The project will result in a Wooddale Avenue bridge that will span Highway 7. The project is expected to take more than 1 year to complete. I'm Jamie Zwilling, and that's your City Council update for the first week in August.
There is a company in the park that has sold more than 40 million of them. The ubiquitous Bunt Pan from Nordic Ware headlines this week's History Minute. Company now known as Nordic Ware was founded by brothers Dave and Mark Dahlquist and friend Donald Nygren back in 1946. Their first business, capitalized with only $500, was called Plastics for Industry and was headquartered in Mark's basement in Minneapolis. They quickly outgrew this and then another space, then bought a 40-foot lot in St. Louis Park. They erected a small concrete building, beginning the Nordic Ware campus of buildings. The space grew exponentially and now covers the entire frontage on the northeast corner of Highways 100 and 7. By 1948, their focus was changing to the products they are best known for: cast aluminum bakeware and specialty kitchenware. In 1966, the company's signature Bunt Pan was used in a winning entry in the Pillsbury Bake Off, and the popularity of the pan soared. David Dahlquist had created the pan in 1950 based on the specifications of two Jewish women from the Minneapolis chapter of Hadassah who wanted to make an old-world German Bund cake. Bunt pans gave Nordic Ware the visibility it enjoys today, and the company has sold over 40 million of them. This picture shows a beehive Bunt Pan used for the dedication of the brand new Lilac Park, which opened recently with the help from Nordic Ware.
The Vital Aging Network's Leadership Development Program will be holding an August Forum. The August Forum will allow people to learn about the program and an opportunity to talk with past graduates. The forum will be held from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 11th at the Lenox Community Center. Hennepin County Library's Homework Hub is looking for your help this fall. At least 100 volunteers are needed to devote between 2 and 6 hours of their time each week in the afternoons or evening during the fall semester. The Homework Hub provides after-school help in all subject areas for elementary, middle, and high school students. To fill out an application or for more information, go to the Hennepin County website at this link. Volunteers are also sought to adopt streets in St. Louis Park. 2 Adopt-a-Street locations in St. Louis Park are currently available for adoption by a business, family, or individual. The streets are Park Center Boulevard from Excelsior to 36th Street and then 394 Service Road from Park Place to Highway 100. Adopt-a-Street volunteers need to clean their assigned street a minimum of 1 time each year using vests and bags provided by the city. Contact the City School Volunteer Office for more information. Also needed in the park are gardening volunteers for flower gardens at Carpenter Park, Oak Hill Park, and Twin Lakes Park. Garden volunteers tend their garden about once a week during the summer months. Time commitment is usually 30 minutes to 2 hours per week depending on the size of the garden. Summer road construction continues in the park. CenterPoint Energy is currently replacing gas mains on Minnetonka Boulevard between Colorado and Webster Avenues. Traffic lanes have been narrowed and shifted south as crews work along the north side of the road. Construction on this project should be completed by mid-August. For more information on this project or other projects, visit St. Louis Park's website. And that is your news in the neighborhood.
Thank you for watching Park Update. We can be seen weekly on cable channels 16, 17, and 96 throughout the day and on YouTube. Go to stlewispark.org and click on latest videos for a link. For Les Farrell and Jamie Zwilling, I'm Scott Smith, and we'll see you again next week.